Good morning, everybody, and thanks for being with us on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio here in Austin. We appreciate those of you who are joining us from all across the state for our live stream today. We're going to be looking into an update posted in a years-long investigative series called Missing in Texas. And the latest headline for this story reads, Texas passed missing persons reporting law, but does it work? The story explores in part how one woman's search for her brother revealed a missing persons legal loophole. It also explores so much more than that. We wanted to talk to the investigators behind this story, so joining us here live in the studio this morning is Arzo Dost and Josh Hinkle. Thank you both so much for being here. We appreciate it. It's good to see both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Hi, Will. Thanks for having us.
Arzo, I did want to start with you because you're the one who drove this story for this time. So tell us a little bit about what its focus is and how it fits into this ongoing investigation into this missing persons system.
Well, we hear from families in our area and across the state daily about, their search and anguish as they're looking for missing loved ones. And since 2019, this is something that we've been really focusing on. How are these missing persons cases being reported? What's happening to them? And trying to really understand the family's role and the police department's or law enforcement agencies' role in getting these missing persons cases solved or getting attention and highlighting them.
Arzo, you also highlighted this system that people can go and report missing persons or other kinds of information. Tell us what that is exactly and how it works.
There is a national database which law enforcement, families, the public, anybody can access. Up until a few years ago, it was based in Fort Worth. It moved since then. But part of the issue was that there was this database, but really nobody knew much about it. So there were about 13 states that came up with their own laws, including Texas in 2021. Texas decided, our lawmaker here, Representative Lacey Hall, decided after hearing from families impacted that there needed to be a law where law enforcement were required to follow. And once they got a missing persons report, within a certain amount of days, they were required to put that missing person case into the database. The thing about this database is that you can go on it and compare cases. Missing persons advocates say in so many cases, it's helped families come up with the resolutions. It's solved cases. It's a process that only takes a few minutes. If you can go to the webpage, I'd love to walk people through how this works. The website is the National Missing and Unidentified Person System, or NamUs. And once you go onto the website, it's very easy to follow. It does not take a lot of time. You go to the login button. Once you get in there begins your search. You can put in a name or a date of birth or an area where you're searching, and then it lists all the cases where families have entered these cases or law enforcement. Now keep in mind, these cases are vetted. So these are officially missing persons cases which have been vetted through law enforcement, and they've been put on because they've met all the qualifications. And once you go on there, you can compare cases. For instance, we focused on missing persons, but you can compare missing persons with unidentified bodies or unclaimed bodies. So it is a tool and resource that's available for families, police and departments, everyone to follow, and it is turning out to solve cases.
And as you see there on the far right-hand side, all kinds of states are posting these missing persons reports on this website.
You're right. This is a nationwide database, but 13 states have laws mandating law enforcement to put cases in the database. So for instance, in Texas, when Representative Lacey Hall pushed for this law, it was after meeting two Houston families who were dealing with their own circumstances and had problems, filing missing persons report. So our law mandates law enforcement to within 60 days get into the database, put in critical details into the database so that, when people are searching, whether it's a law enforcement agency from outside of Texas or family members, they're able to come across it. It's just another tool that can help solve cases.
As you mentioned, Arzo, a number of states have passed laws to report information to this system called NamUs. This is an interactive graphic that is a part of your investigation that's live right now on KXAN.com, but walk us through what we're looking at here.
What this map shows is the states that have passed laws mandating the use of NamUs, essentially telling law enforcement you are required to enter cases into this database. Now, Texas has a 60-day requirement, but if you hover over the states with this law, you could see what their time frames are. It's between 30 days to 45 days, what we found. So you can see that these states so far have mandated these laws. We're told other states are looking into doing this. And most recently, there's now a national law that is trying to streamline all of this. Because keep in mind, and this is a good time for Josh to chime in on this, police departments, law enforcement are required to enter these cases into a national database. And Josh, if you could pick it up from here, that'd be great.
Sure. So law enforcement across the nation, every time they get a missing persons report, they're supposed to file that with the FBI's National Crime Information Center, NCIC. For Texas, law enforcement agencies, like let's say if I was to report a missing person to like Austin Police, they would have to file that missing person's information with NCIC within 2 hours. The thing about NCIC is it's just a law enforcement tool, so I would not be able to see that. People in the public would not be able to see that. And the benefit of something like NamUs that's public and easily accessible and something you can navigate very easily is that we can go in there and find details about these cases. So the lawmaker that Arzo talked about, wanted to make sure that our police were transferring every missing persons case that they were receiving from people, not only to the law enforcement database that the FBI uses, but also to NamUs so the public could access that. So that's what they did there. Remember I said they had to do it within 2 hours of receiving a missing persons report to the FBI's database. It's a 60-day time frame, not hours or anything, for NamUs. So there's a big time gap between that, 2 hours and 60 days. A lot can happen between that time frame. A lot of these cases might be cleared before that 60-day deadline goes in, so law enforcement might not have to actually get that one missing persons to there. But we did find that in the time that this law has passed up until recently, there have been almost 64,000 missing persons filed with Texas police agencies, and we know the bulk of them are likely not going into NamUs, and thousands of them are older than 60 days, so we know that they are required to be in NamUs. It's just not happening.
A really helpful tool that you all put out is explaining what NamUs is, and we've been mentioning that again, and that again stands for the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System. I want to play a little video that you all put together talking about what it looks into at the moment, so we'll continue our conversation right after this.
It's not uncommon for us to receive cases from family members, from law enforcement agencies, from medical examiners, coroners, even the general public, concerned citizens.
And we'll release this as the thumbnail.
The public have been really helpful to look at the NamUs system to pass along the information. They're able to share it with other people, and that's the most important thing, getting the word out. They're going to be able to see maybe a height, weight for a person when they were last known to be seen, a little bit of a description that kind of explains what happened.
And we're back now here on KXAN Live with investigators here at KXAN, Arzo Dost and Josh Hinkle. We were just mentioning again this NamUs system. You all have been looking into this since back in 2019. Josh, tell us a little bit about what that previous reporting was up until now.
Sure. Back in 2019, we launched a story called Mayberry, Texas. This was based out of the smaller town of Kennedy, Texas. There was a young man named Jamie Mayberry in 1999. He went missing. His family has been searching for him ever since then, and they've never found him. He was one of many people that, before this law went into effect, was not put into NamUs by law enforcement, and his family and other advocates ended up having to do that. And the benefit of getting someone's profile and name out there faster is that if they are alive and can be found, that those things can happen quicker, and hopefully you can help solve crimes or find people. And so really that case kind of launched us into this bigger investigation about NamUs and why Texas law enforcement wasn't always using it at the time, which eventually led to our work helping pass this legislation in 2021 to make that requirement. And what we're doing now is just really revisiting that to see if the law is working and if it needs improvements to make sure that police are always complying.
And Josh, over on KXAN.com right now, there is a landing page at the moment, so you can go back and revisit all of this reporting that you all have done over the last 4 or so years.
That's right. Yes, since 2019, we have done a lot of missing persons reporting. Arzo has been behind a lot of it. She's kind of become the missing persons reporter almost at KXAN. But, you know, we take this really seriously, so we wanted to put this all in one place where you could go back and see all of our coverage. We have that Mayberry, Texas series. We have our Catalyst podcast, which is an accompanying podcast to let people kind of get a deeper understanding of what went into this. And we've been following the updates with that for, you know, I guess 4 years now. Then we have these missing in Texas stories that we've done, including the most recent one, and all of the other updates we've done about the law, Jamie Mayberry's case, different things along the way. So we also have resources on there if you want to find an easy link to NamUs or to the law to see what's actually required of police. That's all right there, so you can see it at one-stop shop.
And this is why we want to highlight this page so that people can find it if they can. Additionally, Josh, you mentioned the podcast, the Catalyst Investigative Podcast that's launched. Talk us through the update that you all have for this too.
Yeah, the Catalyst podcast is just another way for you to experience the reporting we're doing. We tell the stories in a completely different way, and it's something you can listen to on your drive into work, or, you know, if you have some time just to sit back and really kind of immerse yourself in a longer form storytelling method that we have tried to put out for, you know, our audience is this way. But I think the thing that is really interesting about this updated episode, and you're going to see it in the video that Arzo also, you know, put together if you go to our story and watch it, is just that it's very, very emotional. And in the podcast, we're able to get into it in such a different way where you're really understanding one family's struggle to find someone who's been missing for years at this point. And I'm just going to give you a little hint. It's got a very emotional ending that I was really, really surprised happened, and I hope that you watch it because it's not one you want to miss.
Yeah, that's leading right into my next question, and this is for Arzo. Arzo, you, in your story that just aired on KXAN, and really emotional, beautiful piece there, but talk us through, you highlighted this one woman as she was searching for her brother who had been missing for a few years.
Yeah, you know, we connected with Susanna Arroyo through one of the missing persons organizations who was also trying to help her. And, you know, we passed the law in 2021. We wanted, as Josh mentioned, to see how is it working. Are families utilizing it? Are police departments utilizing it? Law enforcement. And this organization connected us with Susanna Arroyo because she had created a NamUs profile. But we wondered, why did she create it and not law enforcement? It turns out that had her brother gone missing and she'd filed that missing persons report a few months after she did, police department would have been required to. Now, her case was very emotional because she lives in Tyler. She has made many trips to Austin looking for her brother, who she believed had been experiencing homelessness. And so on this one occasion in December, when she was going to be in town, we asked to meet with her, and she said, "Come along, help me. The more we can get out there, the more we can, ask about it and get his picture out there and ask folks about it and whether they've seen him or not, and go to the areas we think he's been spotted, the more help that will provide my family." And keep in mind that it took Susanna herself posting her brother's case, creating his case in NamUs, and also posting about him on social media. It took one tip that brought her back here to Austin during the holidays, and that tip is where we get this surprise ending.
I heard he's in this area.
Oh, that's Bruce, ain't it?
Petey, Seferino, Sam.
Yeah, I know who that is.
That's Pete. Yes. SP. Yes, I'm his sister.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Hold on.
He stayed with me last night. He's supposed to come back tonight.
And you guys are for real.
Yeah.
You guys are for real.
For real.
He's wearing a white t-shirt and blue jeans.
I've been looking for him for 2.5 years. The last time we spoke on the phone, it was July of 2020.
When you found him, you know, soon as he popped, you found him.
So he's off the streets.
Yes,
Thank
he's
the
staying
Lord.
with me.
Y'all are a blessing to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now all we got to do is sit here and wait.
I mean, Arzo, what a moment. I'm sure that was just a surprise because you all were with her at that time, recording her as on this search, and then she comes across people who knew where her brother was. Wow.
Right. You know, we spent several hours with her, and we've talked to her a lot from Tyler to see her anguish and heartbreak in those moments. I just can't really put into words to understand fully what families go through when they're experiencing this. But to have that moment where she finally had some information after so long, to really put some hope into that information was really just incredible to experience. And Susanna is an advocate herself. I mean, just because her situation has ended up in a certain way does not mean that this is over for her. She is trying to now figure out, there are so many other families like me. How do I help them?
And we have some photos from the reunion between Susanna and her brother, and just wanted to show you all really quickly the love that is extended in these photos.
We're so thankful that Susanna and her brother had this kind of ending. We know this does not happen all the time. Susanna shared this because this has been such a long process and journey for her. This was hours after the day she was in Austin searching, and hours after she came across that couple who knew her brother, Petey. They were able to connect, and her heart is just lighter now. The family is in the process of finding Petey a more permanent home now, and obviously some other resources. One thing we didn't mention is that he is battling cancer, so she's very concerned about that. But it just shows that, she made the effort to file the cases, to come on her own and search for him. And that was perhaps one of her biggest messages, was that, do not internalize something like this. If you have a missing family member, go to the police, go to the law enforcement, get started there, have a record of what you've done. And then there are things like the NamUs tool where you can, step in and do that on your own to at least get some kind of coverage for what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I've got to say, you go through the gamut of emotions with these families when you spend so much time with them. And Arzo's talked to a lot of them many, many, many times, but just going out there with this family for several hours, that one day, you saw like frustration, you saw hope, you saw just all these different types of emotions, and you really feel for them. I remember that night, I was actually in an Uber on the way to our station's holiday party, and Arzo texted me those photos with Susanna hugging Pete, and it was just like amazing to have that feeling of closure, that you figured it out, and this time it was a happy ending.
Yeah, I mean, and we love to share those, and please go to KXAN.com and check out Arzo's full report. We are doing it only slight justice by talking about it. Go and watch it yourself too, because it is incredibly emotional, so well done. And Josh, as we're looking forward, is there any work happening in this legislative session that might influence what these families are experiencing with missing persons reports?
Well, like Arzo said, we have spoken with the lawmaker who originally crafted this law, Lacey Hull out of Houston. She wanted to review the data that we have been gathering for this story and for some follow-ups we're planning. We have now shared that data with her office to let her know what the reality of the compliance of law enforcement in Texas is, and just how many missing persons cases are likely not being reported to NamUs. At the time we spoke with her, she didn't have any immediate plans to update the law, but she did want to know why law enforcement agencies might not be complying, because one of the main things she thinks is we need to put more resources and some teaching out there, making sure that everyone understands how the law works, what the requirements actually are, and then how you can make that happen. Because it does take time, it does take a little bit of money sometimes to make sure that you're doing all this reporting, but I think that this lawmaker is dedicated to seeing that really the first bill that she ever passed in the legislature, because when she did it, she was a freshman. She wants to see that legislation through to make sure it's successful.
And I'll just add to that, Representative Hall really has gotten to know these families impacted. She's actually the one that is going to missing persons events. She is gathering people to talk about this. She's trying to look at resources and how is what will be the best way to get awareness out there. She said that's probably the biggest hurdle right now. There's just not enough awareness.
Investigators Josh Hinkle and Arzo Dos have been talking about this update to their Missing in Texas series that is available right now on KXAN.com. I can't thank you both enough for being here this morning to talk a little bit more about it. We really do appreciate it. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Will.
All right, everybody, you can check out that full series on our website right now, KXAN.com. The latest headline reads right here, Texas passed missing persons reporting law, but does it work? I will promise you that it is worth your watch to go and read this and also watch the video portion of it too. So I'll send you there. For now, I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN Live studio. Thank you all for watching here this morning. We will see you back here throughout the day with other updates, so hope you all stay safe and healthy out there. Take care.